Greetings, good people, and welcome back to my channel. Today is Wednesday, and I have the pleasure of bringing to you another unpopular opinion from one of the most iconic movies in Black cinematic history, Coming to America. The movie came out over 30 years ago, and it centers around the story of Prince Akeem, a 21-year-old who travels to America to search for his future bride. Scores of people who have seen Coming to America at least 5 times praise the movie for its funny moments as well as the love story between Akeem and Lisa. Now, I'll be the first to admit that Coming to America is still a funny movie to this day. However, I do not agree that Akeem and Lisa were in love, and to understand why, we must dive into the movie for a little bit. Now, in the beginning of the movie, the king informs Akeem that he will be getting married soon, and we as the audience learn that this will be an arranged marriage. During the wedding, we see Akeem's wife-to-be, which is Imani Izzy, and from the looks of things, she's pretty attractive. But Akeem wasn't completely sold on her looks, so he pulls her aside to learn more about her. And from what he learns, Imani was essentially a robot that was born for the purpose of obeying Akeem. This doesn't sit well with Akeem, so he has a talk with his father, and the father tells him that he can go on a trip anywhere in the world for 40 days to sow his royal oats or tag everything but third base, as the old folks say sometimes. And after the 40-day period, Akeem is to return back to Zamunda to marry Imani Izzy. Akeem ultimately decides to go to America for the real purpose of finding his bride. But within 40 days, stranger things have happened throughout the history. So Akeem and his best friend Simi travel to America, but Akeem is worried about attracting gold diggers, so he assumes the life of a commoner from Africa. He tries to test out the dating market, but doesn't have much luck. Then one day, Akeem and Simi attend an event and they spot Lisa McDowell looking fine and thicker than week-old oatmeal. Now at this point in the movie, I don't blame Akeem for being somewhat smitten over Lisa. Some would argue that Lisa, played by Shari Headley, was finer than Vanity, Apollonia, and Thelma from Good Times combined. I would have even chased after her. Now let's fast forward a little bit. Akeem comes up with a scheme to win over the love of Lisa and convince her to marry him within a 40-day period. I mean, he did what any self-respecting man who was in love would have done in his situation. He lied. He lied to Lisa about everything except his name in hopes that Lisa would one day leave her boyfriend to be with him. After all, what could possibly go wrong with this plan? And let's give some context about Lisa. Lisa was a woman who, for the sake of argument, was pretty smart and level-headed. But before she met Akeem, she was in a committed relationship with Daryl, a selfish, egotistical rich guy. And she even appeared to be happy with him until she saw how he disrespected Akeem. And even with Daryl's constant disrespect of Akeem, the only time Lisa contemplated leaving Daryl was when Daryl and her father told a crowd of people about their unauthorized marriage proposal. If Daryl and the father didn't jump the gun, one could argue that Lisa wouldn't have left Daryl. But once Lisa broke up with Daryl, she wasted no time dating Akeem and being ready to jump in the sack to get that pickle tickle from him. All in all, Lisa and Akeem went on 2 dates, and their situation was built off of lies and lust. Lisa ultimately finds out that Akeem has been lying to her all this time, and she breaks up with Akeem the day before he has to return back to Zamunda, only to agree to marry him at the 11th hour. Now, as a wrap of my thoughts, I can't really consider Coming to America to be a movie about love or romance. The movie plays fast and loose with the time that Akeem spends in America, and we as the audience only see Akeem and Lisa go on 2 dates to only learn surface level things about one another in a matter of a few days. Not to mention that most of what Akeem told Lisa about himself was based on a lie, and she was willing to overlook all of that to marry him. It is my opinion that Akeem and Lisa got married because it was a good business arrangement. Akeem wanted to share his life and resources with a beautiful woman that wouldn't act like a robot, and Lisa wanted to ultimately be financially taken care of by somebody who had a gentle soul. At the end of the movie, Akeem even gives Lisa an out and suggests that they can give it all up to enjoy one another as they are. But Lisa replies that the devil is a lie. Well folks, this marks the end of my unpopular opinion video, but there will be more on the way. Feel free to leave your comments below in the comment section, and if you're really feeling this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Until next time, stay tuned and stay safe. Peace.